This is Latalia Palmer, certified life coach, sports psychology, and mental skills professional, here to drop some major keys on you to help you support your young athlete in building their self-confidence. Now, we know that confidence is that firm belief, that firm trust in someone or something. We teach our children to have confidence in their parents, to have confidence in their teachers, their mentors, their coaches, their leaders. But we also want to teach our youth to have confidence in themselves, to have confidence in their skills, their abilities, their genius, their gifts, and their talents. We want them to know that there is greatness within them, and if they tap into it and if they develop it, they will go through life on and off the court, on and off the fields, taking greater risk, taking their challenges head on with strength and courage, building resilience, speaking up for themselves, becoming that leader that they were destined to be, gaining greater focus so that they can achieve their goals. We want them to know that as they build their self-confidence, they are growing in excellence, they are growing in strength, and they can do anything that they put their minds to. One way to help them do this is a powerful tool that helps them get right to the core, and that's your self-image assessment. If you help them to see themselves in a different light, they can achieve greater things. And there are 3 parts to this assessment. The first thing you want to do is help them to identify and list their strengths and their assets. And here's why this is important. In the competitive world, I know that you know that it is so easy to get caught up in what they did wrong, where they failed, who they let down, and what they didn't make, what they couldn't do, right? So we want to tap into their strengths. We want to remind them of what they're good at and what they bring to the table. This boosts their self-esteem immediately. Watch them light up. Second, you want to help them to identify and list their weaknesses. Well, why do that if we just said that we wanted to help them build on their strengths? Well, we also want them to live in the real. All great athletes want to know the truth. They don't want to just know what you think they want to know, right? So be sensitive, but be upfront. Make it a touch and go situation. Don't let them wallow in the weakness. Identify it, list it, keep it moving. The third thing, you want to help them identify and list the negative attitudes that's hindering their performance. So you have 3 things. Help them list their strengths and their assets, help them list their weaknesses, and help them list the negative attitudes that are hindering their performance. Once you have those 3 things listed, you're going to take one thing from each of those categories. So you're going to take one strength that you want to develop, write that down. You want to take one weakness that you want to transform into a strength, write that down. You want to take one negative that you want to turn into a confidence builder and write that down. Here's the power of transformation. Once you get that strength that you want to continue to develop, you set a goal for that strength. You create some milestones so that you can look back and see your progress. You do the same thing for your weakness. Something that you're weak at, you want to be the opposite of. You write down what that positive is and how you're going to get there. You create those milestones so that you can look back at your progress to see how far you've come. And then your negative attitude, you want to take that, you want to look at how you can turn that into an opposite. How are you going to take that negative, flip it so that it can become a powerful tool that you use to keep you going? So again, this assessment includes identifying and listing the strengths and the assets, identifying and listing the weaknesses, identifying and listing the negative attitudes that hinder performance. You take one thing from each category, a strength that you want to develop, a weakness that you want to transform into a strength, and a negative attitude that you want to transform into a positive attitude that's going to enhance your mindset. You make goals for each of those things. You create your little baby steps in between. Those are your milestones so that you can look back at your progress. And you help your young athlete track this progress. As you know, when you see yourself grow, when you see yourself accomplishing things that you want in your life, you feel better about you. So you take this consistent practice, because it takes consistency. You take this consistent practice and help them to implement it as often as the two of you see fit. You turn those negatives into positives. You take those inner critics and you turn them into confidence builders. Show them that they have the power, that they have the strength, and thus they will have control over their success in their sports life. Again, I'm Latalia Palmer. I hope that this has helped. If you need assistance, you can always reach me at coachlatalia@gmail.com. Coach LATALYA@gmail.com. If you're not connected on social media, on Instagram, I'm Live Life Latalia. On Facebook, I'm Coach Latalia. On LinkedIn, I'm Coach Latalia. Holla if you need me.